Okay, so out here I'll make a new project for today to explain you XPaths. Right, I'll make a new Java project. Okay, and I'm going to call that project as day 5. Right, and in day 5 project, go to properties, Java build path, add external jars, add all the jars of Selenium. Okay. And now I'm going to make a text file to make you understand XPaths, and then I will apply the things which I'll teach you in that text file. So I'll make a new file known as xpaths.txt. Now there are two types of XPaths. Okay, one is known as complete XPath. The other one is known as a partial XPath. Okay, now what is a complete XPath? What is a partial XPath? Uh, Look, I'll explain you with the help of an example. I'll copy the same Salesforce file over here in my day 5, and hold on, let the browser launch. I have executed the file. Hold on. Right. So in this, suppose you can't see the screen. I'm sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen. So out here, just a minute. Yeah, I hope you are able to see my screen now. Okay, so over here, if I look at, say yesterday I talked about this text, remember me. If I inspect this text, then remember me text is not having any ID or name. So what we do is that we build the XPath for this. Okay, now there are two ways to build the XPath. One is complete and one is partial. Okay, now if you talk about complete XPath, it starts from the root of the document. Look, HTML page has a structure. Okay, if you look at this HTML page, it has a structure, that is, everything is inside this HTML tag. This HTML tag is the parent tag for everything. Inside it you have head and body tag. Inside the body tag you have the entire page. Okay, for example, over here in the body tag there is one division, another division, and there is iframe, and there are few other tags. Okay, if you expand this division you will get multiple other elements. Right. So what you do is that for the complete XPath, okay, for example, let's take up this image. Okay, this is the image tag. If I have to make the complete XPath for this image tag, I'll start from the base tag, which is HTML. Okay, if you hit Control F of the keyboard when you have the focus on this particular page source in Chrome, Control F, you will get a text field at the bottom like I am getting over here. With this text field, it's a search text field in the page source. Okay, I'll start from the HTML tag. I'll type HTML over here. So you see this particular HTML tag is highlighted. Inside the HTML tag, you have head tag and body tag. And you want to go inside the body tag because ultimately the image tag is somewhere inside the body tag. Okay, so you will write HTML/body. So control will highlight the body tag in yellow, that is this tag is found. Okay, inside the body tag you have these two division tags or three division tags. All these three are parallel to each other. You see? Yes. Look, join the meeting again then. Okay, just try to join the meeting again. Because I shared my screen, everybody is able to see. Just join the meeting again once. Yeah. So out here, this is the HTML tag under which this is the body tag. Okay, and under this body tag there are three division tags. Okay, all these three division tags are parallel to each other. Okay, and you have to go inside the first division tag because the image tag is inside the first division tag. Look, these three divisions over here, these two division tags, okay, these three are not under one another. They are, look, I have shared my screen. Go to your Teams, there will be a screen sharing window. Okay, I'll share my screen again with everyone. I'm sharing it again. Okay, I've shared my screen again. You go to the Teams icon at the bottom and you'll see the window to where I've shared the screen. So there are three division tags which are parallel to each other. They are not under one another. Okay, you have to go inside the, say, either first or second or third, but in this case we have to go inside the first one. So you will write /div bracket 1. Bracket 1 over here means that I want to go inside the first division tag. If I write bracket 2, then it will go inside the third division tag. Okay, if I don't give any bracket, then it will represent all the division tags. See, it is showing 2 out of 19. There are 19 parallel divisions over here, so don't do that. Okay, so always give a number. That is, I want to go inside the first division tag. Okay, under the first division tag you have again two divs which are parallel to each other, And you want to go inside the first one again because image tag is here. Look, you just scroll to the bottom of the screen, you'll see Teams. Okay, and over there you'll be able to see the option to see my screen. Um, okay, so this is the div tag. Okay, where we were working. Okay, inside this div tag, you have another division tag where I was going. Okay, so hold on. Yeah. So over here, I'm recording the class. I'm recording. Okay, I'm recording in Camtasia. So over here, I went in the first division tag, and then again I have to go inside the first division tag. So I'll write div 1. Okay, and then under this division tag, you have a single division tag only. Okay, so you can simply write div. If you don't have parallel divisions, no need to specify the number. Okay, or parallel tags, and under that again a division tag is there. Okay, and under that again one division is there. So you keep on traversing like that, and under this again one division is there, and under this division image tag is there. So slash div slash img. So this is the complete XPath for this image. Okay, but we don't build the complete XPath like this. Alright, we can automatically get it. Hold on, I will go over here and paste this. Okay, suppose this is the username field, it's highlighted over here, and I want to get the complete XPath. So you right click, copy the full XPath. Okay, right click on this element, copy. Chrome gives you the full XPath automatically, and you can use this. So complete XPath starts from the root of the document, and it keeps on traversing till the time it gets the tag of the element. Okay, but we don't prefer to work with complete XPaths, although they are highly accurate. But the problem is that if we use complete XPaths and something changes at the very root level of the document, somewhere over here, then all the XPaths will change. And if all the XPaths are changing, then maintaining the project becomes a little tough. You can use complete XPaths, they are highly accurate. Okay, at times they give results which many other XPaths or something might not give you, or locators might not give you. Okay, so once or twice using it is not a problem, but don't build all the XPaths of your application as complete XPaths. Alright, now what is a partial XPath? Partial XPath is shorter, and that's what we practically use. Partial XPath starts with a double slash. For example, double slash star. Double slash star, it means all elements on the web page. Elements means all the tags on the web page. Okay, if I copy this and paste it over here, then it will highlight all the tags of this particular web page. Okay, /* and it says 930. There are 930 tags. Or instead of star, if I just write a anchor tag, so it will highlight all the links, because all the links, they have the anchor tag. So / the tag name, so you will get all the links of the web page, because all the links have the tag name a. Okay, if I observe this username field, alright, and if I copy, you only select XPath, not the full XPath. If you select XPath, it will give you the partial XPath of this element. Okay, I'll copy the XPath and it says /*. That means all the elements on the web page. Out of all the elements on the web page, get me the element whose ID is username. So you write @ID equals to username. This is the syntax. Instead of double quotes, you can give single quotes. So you can give this partial XPath like this. In the Salesforce example, yesterday, say I was identifying the login button by ID. So I can write instead of that driver dot find element by the XPath, and this is the login button. You copy the XPath for this element. So it will bring this /* ID is login. So you can put the XPath expression over here. Dot click. So output would still be the same for this program. Okay, but we are using XPaths right now. Yeah. Yeah, better is that, because in Java you need to do that. So over here, this is what? Yeah, so this is the ID I had given wrong yesterday. So it's not opening the website. Hold on. Yeah, you see that? It enters it and it gives me an error. That the error says that Chrome not reachable. Okay, that's not a problem. You run it once or twice. Maybe there is some temporary issue. Okay, anyways, let it run. So this particular XPath, that is /*, and you mentioned the ID over there. Now instead of star, you can also, you see that, right? So instead of star, you can also give the tag name. Okay, for example, the username field over here has the tag name input. So you can write over here /input and the same thing, that is an input field whose ID is username. Please get me that input field. Okay, and if you go to some other website, say for example bbc.com, right, and over here if I inspect this element, anything, for example this particular link text, okay, if I inspect this, then this is the link. If I copy the XPath for this link, then I will get an XPath something like this. Okay, so how did this XPath form? I'll paste it over here. How did this XPath form? Look, this is the link, anchor tag. So it has got no ID. So Chrome will try to build the XPath based on ID. This link is inside the h3 tag. This is the h3 tag. So it goes one tag above inside the h3 tag. This h3 tag is also not having any ID. So it goes one tag above. This is the second division tag, parallel second division tag, this one. So it keeps on traversing above and it finally finds a division over here which has an ID as page. Okay, so it traverses down from here. It says that fine, there is some unique thing which I have actually found. Okay, some tag with the ID, and let's try to build the XPath from here instead of building the XPath from the very root of the document with the HTML tag. So let's build it from here and go to the element. So this is how the partial XPath is made. It starts from the root of the web page, okay, and it goes till the very element. All right. So we have this. You can put a single quote over here. Okay. So we have to be a little careful that the partial XPaths and all aren't so long as well. Okay. And there are ways to make your custom XPaths and all. I'll tell you. Right. Now, what if there is no ID? Suppose this was the element, it was traversing above and luckily it found an element with an ID. What if it is not able to find any element with an ID? Okay, for example, you go over here and you go to the, say, sign in page. Right. See, this is, say, rediff.com text. You inspect this text. Okay. So if you copy the XPath for this text, copy XPath, you get a full XPath. Even though you copied the partial XPath, but still you got the full XPath. This is because there is nothing between this anchor tag and the HTML tag which has an ID. So if the obviously if the tag with the ID is not found, so by default Chrome gives you the full XPath as well. So you in the code is same. All you need to do is that driver.find element by the XPath you have to write instead of putting by the name or by the ID. Okay, you need to just write driver.find element by the particular XPath. Okay, so this is about XPaths. They are very simple. You can derive them from the browser and you can simply put them in the code. Okay, and you can use them. Right. So when you try to do something like, for example, try to log in into your Facebook account using Selenium code. Okay, after logging into your Facebook account, you go to the friends page where all your friends are there. There is a text field over there to search the friends. Just try to search any friend, write a script for that. Okay, so you can try different things. Okay, but the fundamentals will remain the same. All right, now I just want to take one thing which I have left and that will be really used before I move over to custom XPaths and all that stuff. Okay, that is the concept of constructors in Java. Okay, I haven't taught you constructors. I'm going a little off the topic. Okay, after partial XPaths, because if I don't teach you constructors and all later on, it will become a little tough for you as well. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll go back to oops. Okay, this is not completely about XPaths. Okay, one is partial XPath, one is complete XPath, and the third one is that you can make your own custom XPaths. That is, instead of relying on Chrome to give you XPaths, you can have your own XPaths. You can make your own XPaths yourself. Okay, so I'll talk about this, but I'm going a little out of the topic right now. Okay, so I'm going to talk about constructors. This was important and I left it. Hold on. Yeah, this was the object oriented programming we did, right? Or for example, I'll make a new class over here. In Java, constructors are used, and I'll tell you why am I teaching you right now and how they are used in Selenium. Okay, suppose we make a very simple class known as employee, a regular example. Fine. And suppose you have got parameters like a name of the employee, age of employee, and you have the salary feature, right, and the company for which the employee is working for. So these are the four properties of this employee class. Okay, and I make a new file known as, say, create employee, right? So over here, sorry, I create the object of employee class. Okay, and I can set the values. Say even dot name is, say, any employee. Okay, even dot age, even dot salary. Okay, even dot company. Okay, so I have initialized this particular object in Java. Now I can create more objects of this employee class, but I will have to write 4 lines like this to initialize every object. Okay, right. So the thing is, what if I am creating 50 objects? So if for initiating those 50 objects, I will have to write 200 lines of code to just initialize every object. This was there when the employee had 4 properties. What if this employee object or employee class had 20 properties? So whenever you create an object, you initialize 20 properties of the employee object like this. So this becomes a problem. Okay, so to solve this problem, we have constructors. Okay, a constructor is something whose name is same as the class name. This is not a function, it's got no return type. Okay, the name is same as the class name. If I print out here, this is known as the default constructor. Okay, so when I run my create employee class, you will see that inside default constructor gets printed 2 times. One is over here and one is over here. So it prints inside default constructor. Whenever you create the object of employee class, the default constructor is called. If I create it more times, okay, 4 or 5 times, okay, so this will call the default constructor 5 times. Okay, so what you can do is you can write over here public employee. You can create one more constructor, but this constructor takes the name, age, salary and company. Okay, sorry, int age and int salary. So this constructor takes in 4 parameters. Okay, you can also mention the parameters like this. Okay, name, age, salary, company. Okay, you can also mention the 4 parameters like this. Fine. Now when you go to create employee, you can create the object like this. And you can send all the parameters out here. Okay, so you create the object and you define what are the properties of the object, or you send the properties over here. Okay, and inside this constructor you can write name equals to n, salary equals to S, and company equals to. This means the global variable n name for this object is equal to the local variable into which you are passing the value. Okay, so the global variables, you initialize them to the local variables which you have sent across in this function. Okay, right. So now the advantage is I will have to just write one line of code. Okay, and I can create the object and I can initialize it as well. Okay, if I write print over here e3 dot name, and if I print over here e4 dot name, so this is going to print the names, and if I run this will print the name of both the employees. So basic idea or basic advantage of the constructor is it gives you a way in which you can create the object and also initialize the properties of the object on the fly. Okay, instead of initializing them like this. Alright, now there is one thing. Suppose I keep these variable names same as the global variable names. The names of the variables over here, which are the local variables, local to the function, I have kept them same as the names which are on globally declared. So the names in which I am passing the values are same as the name over here. So if I write name equals to name, age equals to age, salary equals to salary, and company equals to company. So this thing over here, I mean to say that this name equals to name means this name means the global variable name, and this name means the local variable name. Okay, right. But if I run this code, now I will get the output as null null. I don't print the name. e3.name is not initialized. Okay. So look, what it does is that it tries to equate the local variable name to the local variable name only. The global variable is hidden by this local variable. If the name of the local variable is same as the name of the global variable, then the local variable, it hides the global variable. Okay. So if you want to access the global variable, you have to use this keyword in Java. You need to write this dot name and this dot age and this dot salary and this dot company. So this variable means the global variable names, the name of the current object. This represents the global part, the object part. So this dot name means the global variable name, and name over here means the local variable. So when you create the employee now, so you see the names, they come up, Ram and Sam. Okay, right. So this is about constructors. We will be using the constructors in the frameworks. Okay, the classes which we have. Okay, if you go to the official documentation, selenium.dev, if you go here and if you go to the downloads section, right, In the downloads section, you have the Java API docs. And if you look at the frames view, say you go to WebDriver, Chrome driver. So the class Chrome driver, it has got these constructors. Okay, so how do we use these constructors? Okay, what is Chrome options? Alright, we'll gradually see. Okay, for example, this is a constructor of the Chrome browser, which takes an object of Chrome options class. Now, what is Chrome options class? This is inbuilt. Okay, like we had the constructor over here for the employee class, which was taking 4 parameters. The Chrome driver constructor is one constructor which takes only the Chrome options object. If I click on it, the class Chrome options, what it is? It is there to manage Chrome driver. Look, sometimes say a website is there and or say you want to work with proxy on Chrome. Okay, at times you would want that when you're working with Chrome, you want to work with some proxy, your company is working with proxy. So how do you invoke the Chrome with the proxy settings? Alright, that is done with the help of Chrome options class. Or sometimes you have to manage SSL errors. I don't know whether you are aware of this or not. Okay, on the websites you get SSL errors on HTTPS sites. So how do you manage those? You manage them with Chrome options. Or at times notifications, very simple thing. Many times you go to a website and it says that this website wants to show you a notification. So you click on ignore or accept, alright, or allow or block. So if you want to simulate clicking on block or allow, or most probably we need to click on block. So if you want to block the notifications when you are running the script, that notification window. Okay, so again the Chrome options class is used. Okay, or at times, when I run the script, suppose if I run my this particular script which I had created, you will see the Chrome launching, but the Chrome is not maximized. The Chrome is not in the maximized mode. Okay, so if I have to maximize the browser, start Chrome in maximized manner. So for doing all these things, we have this Chrome options class. You can define different things in this class. Okay, gradually you'll come to know. I'm just giving an overview. Okay, it helps you to start Chrome with some settings. Similarly, you have got Firefox driver class. Firefox driver class also has got a constructor which takes Firefox options, the object of Firefox options class. So this Firefox option class is also something which helps you to start Firefox with certain settings, proxy settings, SSL, blocking of notifications, maximizing browsers. Okay, there are lot of things. Okay, now gradually you will come to know these things. So constructors, they are used. All the driver classes, they have different constructors. Okay, we till now we have just invoked the default constructor. Okay, there are constructors which can be invoked with the options. And the when do you create the object of Chrome driver, what happens when you create the object of Chrome driver? Chrome opens. But if you want to open Chrome with some settings, you can define those settings in the constructor and start the Chrome browser with those settings, and that happens with Chrome options or Firefox options classes and all. Okay, now uh, just we are starting off. Okay, there are a lot of things to be done. We have to look at the custom XPaths as well. Okay, so we are having a 2 days break. Fine. So I would request you, look, I will not tell you about the Chrome options or Firefox options class. I've given you an idea because they have a standard piece of code that fine, this is the command to open the browser in maximized manner, this is the command to set the proxy, and this that. So just go over here and over here, yeah, this is the class, this is the module, managing browser notifications, SSL error, proxy errors, browser logs. Just watch this module in the pre-recorded sessions. Okay, this will give you a clear idea, it's around 1 hour, that how you can use the options classes. Okay, it's a standard piece of code that fine, this is the command to open the browser in maximized manner, this is the command to allow the notification, sorry, block the notifications, right? So that's why I'm asking you to watch it from there. Okay, you have to give in time to this course. Okay, you have to give in at least 2-3 hours a day. Only then things will work out, otherwise they are not going to work out. Okay, I'm going to stop over here for today. Okay, because custom XPaths I'll cover in the next class. Okay, anybody with any questions, anything? No, the problem is people in India, they have offices, so that's the problem. I'm in the this part, identifying objects and all right now. Okay, so I'm asking you to watch this through the video, that is identifying objects through XPaths. Try to log in into your Facebook account and search for a friend. Okay, there is a search field on the friends page where you can type the name of your friend and try to do that example. Okay,